Coaching with my brother Zach. Say hi, Zach.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Okay, we are here today to bring you a fabulous, amazing transformation story. And I can't wait for you to hear this, even though I haven't heard it yet, but I know it's going to be good because my brother said we need to go live. So we are live now. Okay. So if you are ready to up level that game, you want to take that metabolism and master it after midlife, then you're in the right space. So go.
So, guys, I want to introduce my boy, both my friend and over a year now client, and amazing metabolism story, Aaron Allen, aka Captain Aaron. So Aaron, do you want to introduce yourself? You want me to this? How do you want to do it, dude? How do you want to start it? We had some practice already leading up to this.
We did. Oh yeah, I don't mind. Hey everybody, Aaron Allen, aka Captain Aaron. Excited to be here. Before syncing up with Coach Zach here, I've just been a guy on a journey trying to become fit and trying to attain this physique that I'm truly proud of, and something that I've would love to express and not, I guess, not only with the physique but also have a good nutrition knowledge as well too. And so just trying to be on that journey, trying to understand, trying to figure it out. And it just, although I was able to accomplish some things, I needed a little bit extra help. And with that, I found extra help in Coach Zach here. And I've been happy ever since talking with them and being able to work with them. And it's been great. We've been able to form not only a fresh relationship, but a fantastic personal relationship. So many things we sync up on, geek, nerdy things, everything from like comics to movies we talk about. And it's been great.
So thank you for that, dude.
Yeah.
And it's all true. It's all 100% true. This is my boy, and I'm going to share. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the love, Aaron. We've got a bunch of people live that are giving you both likes and loves.
Awesome.
Guys. Thanks, if you
guys.
have questions on any of the process that we've done so far, feel free to ask. But so let me tell you guys a little bit about Aaron real quick with some of the hard raw facts. Then I'll let him tell a story from his side of things. So Aaron originally came into me with around about 18% body fat and 181 pounds. He had worked tirelessly for about a year, maybe a little bit longer, on getting yourself from a chubby and thick around the man boob and belly area. These are his words, not mine.
Absolutely true.
Yep. 200 pounds down to 180 pounds and hit a plateau and couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. So he really wanted to figure out how to make an impact, because he had been exercising like crazy, doing cardio every damn day and lifting in a way that he had pulled all this information into this program that had worked for a time being and then suddenly had stopped. And he's doing so much coming in, had gotten such mediocre results in his opinion for all the work he was doing. And now, after we've worked together, I'll give you guys just the highlights, and then we'll go into the story of how this man went from 181 pounds starting with me at 18% body fat. He is now sitting at a svelte, ripped, and strong 152 pounds. That's 29 pounds lost, and 6.7% body fat, guys.
Whoa. See, I didn't know this before I got on here. Dude, that's awesome.
And it's all been metabolic strength work that we've done together. Actually, guys, if you're catching this right now and you have not either dropped fire emojis or flex emojis or hadn't said congratulations, Aaron, do that right now, or even say, hey, I want some of that. I want results like that. Dude, now talk to me about those results, Aaron. Because it's been a path, and it's been about a year that it's taken in order for you to get there. Where were you when you first came into me? Like headspace, and why did you wind up seeking out a coach?
Definitely. So I guess I'll talk about that 200 to 180 journey, and that within itself was a lot. We were talking about before about that. It was I was at that spot where I thought I did everything as possible, right? I looked up different articles, watched different videos, because at that 200, body weight position, I was just I was ready for a change. And so I was doing everything I could. I was looking up articles, I was watching videos. I started tracking my food and my fitness pal. I heard things about 500 deficit, things to that extent. And so I was doing everything possible to do that. I was working out twice a day. So I'd run in the morning, run in the morning for about a mile, work out, work, start my evening run around like 5:30, whatever have you, and then work out again. And literally I was just overworking myself, whatever, doing anything possible. And then in the meantime, though, after I guess working out, I would then go ahead and start tracking my food in my fitness pal, making sure that I was having at least that 500 calorie deficit daily, and then on average overall. And so whatever that took, I did. And so that was literally just that was just me by myself. I think it was about a year before we were able to sync up and start our relationship together. And so I was just doing that on my own. And like I said, I was just finding information I could find on the internet, just whatever quote unquote expert could tell me to do. And I was just using information to kind of basically fit and mold this curation of a workout routine, nutrition, knowledge program for myself. Yeah.
Yeah, when he came into me, guys, he was a little on the frustrated side that he hadn't quite gotten the results that he really was seeking, because in all honesty, he was sitting at a point where he had this vision in his mind of this, let's just say it, like we both in that first conversation started talking about looking like Chris Evans when he was in the Avengers, when he looked like Captain America. It's funny because I actually brought it up. He goes, "Yes, that's my physique too," and I'm like, "Damn, dude! Like, I can't even tell you how many times I hear that from men and women that want us looking like that." But notice Alicia just blushed. But and I'm looking over his program, and I realized immediately why he wasn't getting those Captain America results. And Aaron, how much cardio were you doing daily?
Yeah, at least 2 miles. At least. I sometimes do 2.5, 3, whatever have you. At least 30 to an hour worth of cardio in the morning and evening. I would make sure that was in my schedule. I don't know how I was doing it.
2 times a day cardio.
I was doing it.
How many days a week were you doing that?
At least 5 days a week.
Okay.
5
days a week multiplied by 2 hours. He was doing 10 hours of cardio a week. 10 hours, guys. Now, on top of how many days of exercise were you doing? Lifting weight, and for how long?
Yeah, it was about the same time frame, so still about the same 5 days. But I think it was like once a day I was doing the weightlifting. So it was like more working out. And then like the morning I'd run, doing weightlifting, and that evening I'd run, but then I'd be doing more like push-ups or something light, right? It wasn't anything crazy, but I worked out at least twice, but the weightlifting was just once, and it was.
So essentially your workouts were about, holy crap, Aaron, that's like a part-time job, dude. It's like 16 hours a week that you were doing workouts, right?
I look back on it and I really do wonder how I did it. And My wife,
Me
the
too.
longest time, was telling me that she's like, Aaron, how are you doing this? And in the moment, I had my adrenaline going. I felt because don't get me wrong, great guys. I saw results. Coach Zach said it. I went from 200 to 180, and something I was doing was I was taking pictures at least monthly, and so I was seeing the body fat go down. I was seeing results. I was seeing an impact on my body, and if it's work, don't fix it, right? Is that one of the old adages? If it's not
Yeah.
right, like,
If it's not broken, don't try to
if,
fix it.
exactly. And so I'm doing it. I thought this was the way. I guess the quote, we know one of those shows out there.
So it wasn't quite exactly, to be fair, it wasn't quite exactly where you wanted it to be.
No,
right?
Took over my life
So
completely.
he came into me. He has all these spreadsheets and everything, and I took a look at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna get rid of your part-time job. Wait, what? I don't want you running twice a day. In fact, on the days that you're gonna do strength training, I don't even want you running at all. What? Are you crazy? Do you trust me? And then I started. I had to send him bodybuilding pictures. I had to send him modeling pictures. Like, he thought I was nuts. He knew, he trusted the coach in the process, and then suddenly he was skeptical.
Yeah.
He hires me, and then he's
It's
skeptical. And I'm like, dude, I need you to just suspend disbelief for a time being, because you are crushing your metabolism. I don't know how your wife's still staying married to you. I don't know how you have time to do all the other pursuits that you have. And I'm telling you right now, you're leaving so much transformation on the table. I go, I just need you to trust me. I really just need you to trust me. And did we start raising your calories, cut your exercise down by like 2/3 of the volume of what you're doing? Did we do that?
We did, and it felt like the most backwards, wrong thing. Everything the opposite I've been hearing on internet and videos. It just didn't feel right. It just sounded like, wait, hold on a minute. I'm eating more but working out less. What happened to calories in, calories out? That doesn't make sense to me.
I love this story, guys. So here's the thing. Aaron wound up tanking his metabolism in this process. He was over dieted. He was overtrained. And he had gotten to a point where, like, what was left to do? Drop down to 500 calories a day and then increase to more exercise, or to create a better metabolic engine in his life, where his body, we raised the lean muscle that he had, started putting back slowly, which we're going to jump off here soon and start adding back in some of his calories and get him back into another metabolic ramp up like we did previously. But I'm sharing the story because a lot of you guys have done this before. You've gotten to this point or coming into this point, especially the ladies, right? Alicia, this is the story.
I was going to say, I didn't know men did the same thing. That's exactly what I was thinking. This is a story here all the time with women. I've done it. I know so many women that have done it, which, we get to the point where we're fed up. You're lucky, Aaron, because you got to Zach before you burned yourself so far out that you swung back past where you started. And then you have to get up all the mental fortitude to do it all over again. That's the cycle. Sorry, well, I want to kind of put in a nutshell what's happened here. Yeah. The more you worked out and the more you exercised, in my, simplest terms, what happens is your body becomes more and more conservative and your metabolism actually lowers. So you were completely working against yourself. By adding in more food and exercising less, your metabolism will automatically adjust to what you're doing, and it actually ramps it up. It's brilliant.
So, and so many people right now are going, man, this doesn't seem right. Like, I don't get it. This is so backwards. This is, and Aaron had that moment too, right, Aaron?
Absolutely.
You had that moment. You thought I was batshit crazy. You thought you hired the wrong coach, and you were just like, what? And I go, dude, I just need you to trust me. Like, metabolism is my expertise here. And I've been here. I've done this with thousands of clients. And as we said, guys, like, we literally got him through a period where Dr. Lane Norton, he's a nutritionist, kind of popularized the term that he uses called reverse dieting. But the methodology we use is a little bit different because I get people to return to a state of health with ideal nutrition, with veggies and things that you were looking at calories and macros and stuff. You weren't really considering adding in health into the process too. And so we started bombarding his body. We started taking away the metabolic roadblocks and returning his body to a state of ideal health where the metabolism ramped up the lean muscle, cut way back on all of the things that were putting his body, especially his adrenals, into a state of disrepair, and gave him tilted the balance back to where his body was running like a freaking Ferrari, and it needed fuel to fuel that new activity that we were doing in a very different way. And we adjusted a lot of these things, and it wasn't really that hard. Aaron?
Yeah.
Sounds
No,
like it would be
no,
easier.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. As I said, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry. So it wasn't that hard at all. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, when we started ramping up the calories, it was actually a godsend. I was like, wow, I'm actually getting a chance to eat and actually feel full. There were so many
then your
times.
energy went up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And his muscle went up.
And his muscle, of course.
Aaron,
You're working against yourself. How can you build any muscle when you're not giving your body any fuel to do it and you're cardioing it out?
You don't know. When you don't know, you don't know. You know, we like the whole adage of work hard.
Yeah.
Hard work works. You know, like it. Yeah. We are all kind of like trained inside of our heads to have that. And you know, Aaron, he busts his ass. He's a hard worker. Mm-hmm. He's not scared of doing the work. In fact, he couldn't figure out why all the hard work. I don't know how he could sustain what he was doing. Like that to me was crazy because he had done it for longer than a year.
Like a year?
Like no, longer than a year. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this guy can be so much. If he has the capability of being able to do all of this right now, I can only imagine if we start making this have more meaning as opposed to more volume. And what's happened in that time? We already know he's went from 180 pounds at 18% body fat to 152 pounds at 6.7% body fat. But what else has happened? What are we coining what is a term that we've been using for the type of training that we've been doing?
I think he's talking to you.
Yeah.
Talking to Aaron.
Yeah.
Muscle and muscle.
Muscle. Oh yeah, show and go.
Sorry.
Show and go. That's our
hustle,
thing.
Muscle.
Absolutely.
But why, Aaron? Why?
Absolutely. Well, the big thing is, and something I definitely learned from you is, we want like functional bodies, right? We want something that is not just some like hulked up, or shredded, I guess, looking physique that you can look good at the beach or how you take your shirt off. We want something, and I personally resonate with this wholeheartedly, is I want muscle so people can, you go to the beach or you have your shirt off, whatever have you. You people turn around, we'll stop and stare, whatever have you. Of course, I introduce my wife, absolutely. But grab my arm around her and whatever have you. Say like, yep, this is all for her. This is all for her. So sorry, ladies. But in the time comes, either work out, or I'm a huge martial arts buff. So if we're going to go to a martial arts gym or dojo, be able to show that it's not just all show and tell. There's some tell into it, right? It's not just show and tell, just show and go, as we're saying, right? I can actually back up what this physique is. And that's something that I've always ideally had, but I didn't know how to say it or express it. And with the training that Coach Jack has been able to provide, and the show and go programs that he's been able to curate for me, and we're doing in the gym, has definitely helped me towards that. And I definitely feel that as well. So that extra, from that 180 to now, I think we're saying that 152, this body there's go in it. So although there's some show, there's a lot of go. I was able to go from, just 25-pound dumbbells to 50-pound dumbbells. There's part of the exercise where I'm like sprinting. And at one point I sprinted and I wasn't even that fatigued. I was like, wow, like holy smokes. Whereas beforehand, I was like be sprinting and I'd be tired after just, whatever, 10 seconds into it. But now I can, sprint for at least like the 30 seconds. And I'm like, I can go again. Like there's no problem. I can go longer or whatever have you. So it's just exciting to have like essentially that, like almost like that hero's journey, right? Like for that part we're talking about Chris Evans, where he came out the chamber in Captain America, where it's not just he looks good, but he actually has this power and this force with it. So I love it. Absolutely love it.
Well, not to mention, I always, when I'm working with people, when I talk to people, I always say, if you have energy, you pretty much don't have very many problems in your life, because if you have energy to do your life, to get to your day, to perform in every area, then your life's pretty good. And along with that energy comes a feeling of happiness. You feel good, right? And so you look good, but you feel good too. And it carries over in every area of your life, which is what Zach and I keep talking about. Like this, we all want to look good. But I never heard it put like that. But if you can't back it up, you can't back it up because you're still exhausted and on the couch, and you can't perform and grow in other areas, then you don't got what you really need to have a really full and healthy life. That's a cool story. Thanks for sharing with me.
So, I'll kind of, Aaron and I have work that we need to do after this, but
I don't want to give all the secrets away today anyway. So
well,
leave some mystery.
We're launching the 7-day program, lose fat, not faith after 40. Alicia, what are we calling this thing again?
The 7-day challenge? It doesn't have a
what
name.
are we calling? No, it does.
Oh, it does?
I came up with something clever. The Midlife Metabolic Accelerator.
Oh, you did
of course
come up with something clever. Okay.
Of course it has a name. The Midlife Metabolic Accelerator, guys. And here's the thing, guys. A lot of the principles that I'm telling you guys that we're just talking about with Aaron are what we're going to be doing with this Metabolic Accelerator. Essentially, we're getting you to have less and less. You're going to be doing less and have it be more effective. Because I'm telling you right now, like so many people get into this point where they think doing more is better when doing better is better. It literally is doing the most ideal work that you possibly can do in this process, not overworking, just doing the minimum effective dose, especially when it comes to having that 40 and 50-year-old body. That's how we ramp up the metabolism. That's how we do the metabolic repair, reignite. Aaron had to go through it. Like if you're stressed, if you're tired, if you're overly hungry and can't figure out why, if you've overworked yourself, if you've underworked yourself and yet still can't figure out why you can't lose weight, this story right here is all of the ways and hows of being able to get that metabolism, especially on the midlife, back on the accelerated path, like you were in your 20s all over again. And I'm telling you guys, like there's so many times people come into me and have sworn off, you know what? I'm old. This won't work. Like they have these stories and they're crazy, but I am yet to run into a person that has come in and done the work that we've lined out for them and not get the result. It's usually the person that quits. It's usually the person that doesn't take that chance. And if you've been waiting for that sign to jump in, Aaron, would you like to give them that sign?
This is it, folks.
This is your sign.
This is a real person right here. Let's go.
It doesn't get more real than Aaron, guys.
Honestly,
he is a real human being that came in with a story that you hear So many of you guys have. He's real.
Absolutely. People always, I only saying all this out of excitement, and it's all honest and truthful. I wish I had like a drone, whatever, how you follow me around and show the journey. I definitely got the pictures to back it up. I think that are going to be maybe showcased. Maybe we'll see.
Yes, of course. I'll be
throughout
showcasing
that,
Aaron's before and after pictures here. He's actually doing a more professional shoot this weekend on this journey. But here's the thing, guys. We want everybody to get results like this. We want to put the faith back into this. Don't lose faith.